So we'll start off with a couple of new apps that that we're showing here today at CTIA. The first one I want to show you is the Nascar app. And the Nascar app, as you can see, it's a beautiful UI, and it really leverages a lot of the UI features of our core webOS. So essentially what you can do here is subscribe to your favorite driver and then get all that information about the driver. So here I think I have Kyle's Corner, and then you can see obviously you can get all this different information. You can get video feeds, news, all that kind of stuff.
And that information gets pushed down to you?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And then I think the best example of this, or from a core functionality perspective, would be on race day in particular. And that way you can follow your driver and see how they're doing in that race. And I think there's actually a map that comes up, and you can actually, a track, and you can see exactly how your driver's doing, and things like the top 5 drivers and other functionality like that. So, and that's offered through Sprint, obviously. A couple of other things we'll show you is Sprint TV. So Sprint TV is just loading right now, and again, great UI leveraging Palm webOS functionality and look and feel. So you can take a look at some of the channels here. And I'll probably just pick Disney channels here, see what's going on. A couple of different things that are playing. I don't know. Try that.
Can you get a guide for live TV on here? Because correct me if I'm wrong, I think Sprint TV does do some live.
Yeah, they do some live ones. Yeah, I'm just not familiar which ones are live and which one. I think maybe CNN is live. So it's just caching right now, and you can see, you can watch all your different programs in landscape view. Which is kind of cool.
If we could actually let that play for a minute,
yeah, sure.
Curious to see. Is it possible to minimize this and continue to let the audio play, or does it need to run full screen?
I think you do need it full screen. Yeah, you do need it in that app. So, so that shows you Sprint TV. So Google Maps, I think everyone's kind of familiar with that. Actually, there's probably even a better way to kind of show that off. So if you go into Universal Search and you put in Outburger, and then you can just go into Google Maps from there. Just wanted to show a point of difference.
Sure.
And then it should come up. There's all your in and out locations here.
And you can show that in a card just like anything else?
Yeah, it's in a card.
Okay,
yeah,
great.
It's a live app, as you can see. So if you're moving that around, it's still a live app.
Okay.
So that's Google Maps. And when you're done with it, just flick it off the screen. Pandora. So again, these are kind of beta versions. So, so we've got a radio station here that's already kind of set up for me. It's playing away.
Okay.
So Pandora's great. The nice thing about Pandora is the fact that you can go into card view, and you can open something else like contacts or calendar or whatever.
Okay.
But you still have, it takes advantage of notifications. So along the bottom in our notifications bar, you can see the little P, which stands for obviously Pandora.
Okay.
And you tap on it, and then a dashboard comes up, so you can actually see what song is playing right now, and you've got limited functionality where you can stop it, but you're still in a live app.
So you don't need to go to the full Pandora app to control it.
Exactly. So you can keep playing here. If you do want to go to the app, you simply tap on the name of the artist, and it's right there for you. One other integration aspect of Pandora is the fact that when the song does change and you're in another application, you'll have a little scroll here of what that song is.
Okay.
So it just lets you know what's going on.
Okay.
So yeah, everyone loves the Pandora app.
Yeah, that's great.
It's, you know.
And that works over HTTP, all that?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, stereo. Yeah. So we'll let that keep running. Let's see what else I can show you. Fandango is obviously a great way to buy movie tickets online. And you can see still the Pandora's running, notifications, and then there's all the opening this week movies. This is based on location as well. I've plugged in the zip code, and so it obviously pulling in everything here for Vegas, and you can just kind of go through everything there. And you've got ratings, reviews, top box office here. If you just pick on one specific movie, you have the ability to view trailers and all that kind of stuff. And then below is where the local theaters are that are showing that movie.
Okay.
And then you can simply, if you love to see it here at the Brendan Theater, you can pick your time, pick up 8 p.m. here, and then you pick number of, adults, seniors, all that, and you simply just sign in. Actually, you can sign in already. We haven't signed in or set up an account. But you can set up all your credit card information and stuff like that, so it's just automatically billed to you.
Okay.
And the nice thing about it too, you can have that automatically placed into your calendar. So automatically there, it's Friday night, 8 o'clock, you're set to go to see the movies.
Great.
So that shows that. And again, if I'm sick of Pandora, I can just pause it at any time. And then a couple of other things I'll show you real quick is Amazon MP3. And this is obviously a great way to buy music online, DRM-free music. Top 100 artists, songs, whatever you need. And then finally, the last thing I'll show you, which is a really cool app that we've been using here since we're traveling, is Flight View. So Flight View is a great way to get any updates about any flights, regardless of who that carrier might be. So you don't have to go to a Northwest or Southwest or Air Canada flight. You can just simply pick whatever you want. If you wanted to track a flight, and then you could actually put in the flight number, or you could do it by route, which I kind of like. So you just put in YYZ's Toronto, and you can go SFO, and then you find the flights. There you go. Sorry. Whoops. Too fast there. And so there's all the flights for today. And then if you wanted to see one that was in the air, and if your buddy's coming in from town, you can see exactly where they are. It even shows like weather patterns and stuff like that, which is kind of cool.
And can this be set up for notifications as well?
Exactly. Good point. So I could easily just set the flight that I want to follow, and you just go into some other one, and hopefully at some point if they have an update, depends on whether they're going to ping me here or not, and then it would just show up right there. Just give you a quick update of what's going on with the flight. So
and actually, along those lines, is there an example of a notification that would be easy for you to set up that we could see?
Through Flight View specifically?
Well, and any application.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think right now if there's anything here. Yeah, probably not right now. I'd have to probably kind of play with something. But the big thing is Pandora is the one that we really want to show, because that's a great way to show integration of notifications there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do the notifications behave? Like, take Flight View specifically, for example. How would the notifications behave? Would they take up a screen space?
Oh, no. So it would just scroll along in the notifications bar with it'd have a slight little update, and then if you want to get more information, you could touch on it and it would expand and then give you that more information. So it would go into dashboard mode.
Okay.
And dashboard shows you the voicemail that you'd have, Pandora, and then Flight View, and then you can click from there or tap from there, and then you go right into the app if you choose to.
Okay.
So it's very unobtrusive. You can only you can react to it on your own terms.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what happens if you open more cards than the device can support?
I don't think we can probably comment right now on capabilities since we're still perfecting the device. So,
okay.
Yeah. And if you're done with the apps, you just simply flick them off. There you go. So I think that's pretty much what we wanted to show.
Okay. Great. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.